Hey there, Nick with Hattieville Honeybees here. If you clicked on this video, you probably one of two things. You want to get a review of these Mann Lake budget deep boxes, and you'll get that. Or you're about to put together a bunch of boxes and you're tired of squirting glue into every single little joint. Came up with a way that I think works pretty good. It's a messy way. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Stick around. Okay, starting off, let's talk about these Mann Lake budget boxes. I've made all of my own boxes up to this point. I've got about 20 colonies. I've made my boxes. I can go drive about 30 miles from here, get 1x12s for $9 a piece, which makes me making my own boxes about an $8 or $9 venture. If you count my time, they're worth $100. I mean, I made a jig for my table saw. I'm doing the box joints. Well, let's just show you one of my boxes. We'll go to the beat truck. Sorry to be bouncing around like that. Can you do it? Can you make them? I'm not a woodworker. Can I make a box for about 9 or 10 bucks? Yep. Here, see what you think. So this is one of my boxes. This is a dead out. I pulled them a couple weeks ago. You know, the joints are okay. It's a strong box. I glued them together. Yeah, you can see my, I can't see it. You can see my little imperfections here, okay? If you're okay with that kind of stuff and you got a lot of time on your hands, by all means, go make your own boxes. There's some great videos on how to do it. I may link some in the comments. But what happened to me is we moved out to the country. I got 20 colonies. My wife's giving me the go-ahead to expand my operation. I've got 25 packages I'm picking up here in a few days, and I needed some boxes. Not only do I need supers for my boxes, I need more brood boxes, brood chambers. So I been looking around, debating on whether or not I, build my own. Well, I wouldn't be done. My back would be hurting. I hate it. I hate building my own boxes. So I got to looking around, and I found these Mann Lake budget boxes, and I think they're about $13.50 a piece or so. I got a little bit better deal by driving to Mann Lake in Marshall, picking them up myself. And so let me show you one. Here it is. I just put this one together. I just glued it. We're going to talk about my glue joints later. I'm a messy glue person. It doesn't bother me at all. Is there anything wrong with this box? It's got knots in it. The joints are fine. The joints are perfect. They fit together just like any other box. In fact, these boxes, these budget boxes, are better than the boxes that I build myself. They cost a few dollars more, but my time is worth paying a few more dollars to buy one that's already made up. I've gone through about 30. I've built 30 of these so far. Haven't found any issues as of yet. Now, do they have knots? Do you have to miss a nail here and there because of a knot? Yes. Do they have cosmetic blemishes on the inside? Yes. Saw marks, stuff like that. But are they a perfectly functional box? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you right now, if your vanity doesn't get you, buy these boxes. Why not? Why buy the select or the commercial grade? You're just spending more money for looks, if you ask me. These boxes are, in my opinion, perfect. So that's that. Stick around. We'll talk about how I put them together. Okay, so I got to make a little bit of an edit. You'll probably see in the video, but on about number 39 of building these boxes, I finally ran into one that wouldn't fit together. One of the small side pieces, the front pieces, just was cut bad, and couldn't get it together. So out of 40 of these budget boxes, I got 39 to go together flawlessly. No issues. Like I said, the knots, some of them are a little wonky, dude, and the rest of it seems to be cosmetic to me. You clamp them up, you glue them up, they're perfect boxes. So if I were to spread that $13 over the other 39, it didn't really cost me much more. So just do that calculation when you're going to buy $20 commercial boxes. I mean, why wouldn't you buy these? And you know, next time I'm in Mann Lake, I might say something to them and they might replace it for me. I'm not super worried about it. Their customer service seems to be pretty good whenever you call them anyway. So I'm overall, I'm pleased with it, especially for the price. So that's my little edit to the video. Okay, so you stuck around because you're like me. You looked, you couldn't find anything about gluing boxes together. It's important to glue them, okay? Nails won't hold these box joints together worth a flip. You have to glue. The glue is what holds them together. The nails hold the box together while the glue's drying. I mean, frankly. So, first off, I'm not an organized person. I'm a messy person. So when you hammer me in my comments, I'm gonna look at them and laugh at them. I'm gonna love it. So hammer me in the comments for how disorganized and messy I am. But here we go. So here's my setup. It's messy. You only need a few tools, but you're gonna get a great glue in your joints. Now, your box is going to be messy. If you're planning on staining these boxes or making them pretty, this probably ain't the method for you, okay? They're going to be messy. When I get done building them, I put copious amounts of paint on them and throw them out there. I don't care what they look like, okay? But they are going to be glued together strong. So here, let me show you a little bit of my setup. One more thing. Let me say this before we get started. You're going to want to wear some clothes that are for doing this kind of job. You are going to get glue all over you, paint too. So just, you know, wear your outside clothes like we do at my house. So here, let's check out my setup. All right, so here's my mess. Here's the last few boxes left on the pallet. I've been building them for the last couple of days. I got pretty good at it, so now I make a video and I don't look stupid. This is a box I made, couple years back for building my own boxes in. You just throw your stuff in there. I'll show you a little bit. It helps you square it up a little. You don't have to have one of these. You can use clamps, and you do need clamps, guys. You can use clamps and a square if you want. I'm basically going to give you the gist. You make it your own how you do it, okay? So I also go to Lowe's or Home Depot, wherever your drywall section, get you one of these drywall pans, okay? You're going to want a scraper. Yep, hammer obviously, and then I don't know about y'all, but finding 7-penny nails for boxes is like pulling teeth. So I just get the 8-penny, whatever. They work just fine. We're using Type Bond 3 because I want these things to last a while. Not only my way will help waterproof your end grains too, so that's helpful. And that's basically what you need: glue, a scraper will show you, some sort of jig, and a clamp. I just use one clamp. That's all I need. I roll through them pretty quick. And let's get started. I'm gonna set the camera up. I'm gonna go through one, and I just show you what I do. Okay, if I didn't already tell you, this is definitely an outside project. So, got my 4 pieces here. My 2 ends. I mean, this is your budget box. This is fine. There's nothing wrong with this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a long end. Just going to throw it down on the bottom. Okay. Put the other long end over here. So almost forgot the most important step. Unless you like wearing glue, get you some gloves. So, like I said before, this is not for those who want their boxes to be pretty. This is for those who want to get through it quick and have a great glue joint at the end. Take my drywall thing. Look at there. Look at that. I'm gonna wipe off the excess, and look at all that glue. I mean, it's a lot of glue. Okay, wipe off the excess and just stick that dude right there. Did I make a mess? Absolutely made a mess. I'm gonna show you that here in just a little bit. All right, so let's go from this angle. Put my piece in here. Yeah, just like that. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed, so cut me a little slack. Dunk, see, cover our glue joints all the way. We're gonna scrape, flip, scrape. All right. Oh, it's almost got dunk the other side. Yeah, look at all that glue. Scrape, and you get a bunch of it off scraping. Not all. Scrape, right? Okay, now we're gonna put it right here. Ah, see? Look at all that glue in there. So, do your other side. There you go. Wipe that glue off. As much as you can get wiped off helps, but you are going to make a mess doing it this way. Now, there's not a piece of that joint that's not got a ton of glue in it. Same on the top. All you gotta do is take the top board, stick it right in here. Look at there. All right, I'm gonna show you now. So if you look down in here, look at all that glue. Look at that. That's terrible. We're gonna clamp this thing up. Hang on, let's clamp this up. So next thing I do is I take my clamp, stick it on here, and pull them together really hard. Now them joints are together. 2 nails. 2 nails. Same on the other side. I'm gonna end up having to open a box of nails in the middle of my video. 2 nails. 2 nails. Now if you had 2 clamps, you can run 2 clamps. And I've got 2 clamps. I'm just gonna have to take them on and off anyway, so I don't see the need in bothering with having an extra clamp out here to fool with. Now we just do the same thing on the other side. 2 nails. 2 nails. Now that clamp has sucked that joint together. Now that nail is holding it down. We can move on to our next step. So pull this thing out of this box, flip it over. Clamp up this side. Nails out here for me. Same situation. 2 nails. If you wonder why I'm choking up on that hammer so much, I got carpal tunnel and this is really killing me. The surgery helped, but it's coming back here lately now that I'm building boxes again. 2 nails. 2 nails. All right. Now look. Sometimes, especially in these budget boxes, you'll have nails shoot on the inside. You can fix that later. Now that box, pretty well squared away. I'm gonna take my scraper here. Scrape out this glue. You're gonna have a lot of it squishing out. Look, all this glue, put that back in your tub. Same up here, and scrape all this up. If you leave a little glue in there, and bees don't care. This pipe bond's not toxic to them. And it'll mostly the wood's gonna soak up a lot of it. You'll have some little teardrop runners, but then you just nail this thing up. I mean, it's ready to go now. And I'm gonna show you something. But look, these joints are glued now. There's not a now every now and then when you got really wompy jaw boxes, there'll be some edges that aren't touching. For the most part, any edge that's touching has got copious amounts of glue. This box, when this glue dries, you saw me do that, didn't you? When this glue dries, this box, you break the wood before you break this joint. Same here. Let's scrape up some of this glue. Get back in our bucket. I just make a mess, clean it up later. When you got as many boxes to do as this, you know, I don't have one of them fancy. If you had one of them fancy box jigs that holds them clamped down and all that, that's the way to go. I don't have that kind of money right now. But you still, you know, there's still a big mess gluing, even if you don't do it my way, you know. Gluing's just messy. If you're gonna get these things glued up, like look here. Right here, so that one went through. After this thing dries, I'll pound that sucker into the wood. You know, bees won't care. No one's ever gonna see it again but me or anybody working for me. They won't care. You know, these aren't boxes I'm selling. These are my boxes. So there it is, glued up. There's not a piece of this joint that's not glued down. Okay, do I waste some of this glue? Sure. Time is money though. That's a $40 gallon of glue. I'm gonna get about, looks like I'm doing it my method, I'm gonna get about 60 boxes glued up. So that's less than $1 a box. And if you've ever glued these things together and squirted every little piece of joint, you know, it takes forever. How long did it take me to build this box? Well, we'll look on the thing. Probably 4 or 5 minutes, maybe. So, not bad. I'd pick the camera up, but I won't.